All right. Da da da. This is from the Drudge Report. Now, remember that Matt Drudge does not support Donald Trump anymore. So if he posts great things about Trump's progress, it's begrudgingly. He doesn't want to do that. So why? It's kind of weird. It's like Matt Drudge is a multimillionaire who runs used to be popular anyway. I guess it's still popular. A news aggregate website. So I guess he has a net worth about $50 million. He's a homosexual man. And anyways, we could talk about why gays are angry at straight people, jealousy, envy. Like people who are gay cannot have their own. They can, I don't know, do technological trickery, but they really can't reproduce. So that could be a point of anger in that community because they can't reproduce more gays. They have to be recruited. So that's a problem if you can't just reproduce your own people. So it could just be angry at the patriarchy or something, angry at the man, something like that. Matt Drudge claims he's angry at Trump and he supports other candidates because he didn't finish the border wall or something like that. So
pre-COVID days, we had a booming economy. We had a secure border.
This guy's probably going to be the next vice president. I'm calling Dr. Ben Carson Trump's running mate.
For the future, we had respect in the world, and those are good reasons. But there's an even more important reason. On September the 17th,
polls are up.
1787.
There we go.
Benjamin Franklin came out of that
U.S. Constitutional
Convention.
All right.
He was asked, "Sir, what do we have here? A monarchy or a republic?" He said, "A republic, if you can keep it." We've kept it for over 240 years, but we're as close to losing it right now as we ever have been, as the enemies of Donald Trump are trying to weaponize our justice system, are destroying our system of checks and balances without looking into the future, without thinking about the implications of that, and recognizing that without those things in place, we become another two-bit banana republic. And this is a serious issue. And it's not a popularity contest. There's some people say, "I don't like that man. His policies are good, but I don't like him."
Yeah.
They need to stop and think about their children and their grandchildren and the future of this country and what is going to happen and what we are facing and why our system was designed the way it is so that the people could have the final word. Yeah. We cannot allow ourselves to be manipulated into thinking that we hate each other.
Yeah. And one of the things that I believe, and I'm thinking about as you're talking, is this gag order on President Trump. He's the leading candidate. He is being faced with these indictments. He's going to have to testify.
The next vice president of the United States, Dr. Ben Carson.
Jonathan Turley says it's unconstitutional. You say?
Banana republic. That's exactly the kind of thing that they do, and we cannot stand for it. We have to be able to be the land of the brave, the land of the free. We have to be the home of the brave. We have to be brave and stand up for what we believe in.
Well, I want to talk more about that because I think increasingly the population is.
Oh, I recorded it, so I can go back. I can go back to the beginning. The wonderful power of technology. All right, so we'll go back, show some of the. Was that just, that was it? That was the commercial? There you go. So Trump is winning every state except Wisconsin in the polls so far, ahead of Biden. But it's real close in Wisconsin, so it doesn't mean he's going to take Wisconsin. Okay.
Well, welcome back. Ben Carson is endorsing former President Trump. He did so in Iowa last weekend. The latest Fox News power rankings.
Yeah.
The president, the clear-cut top contender.
He's not going to pick any of these guys, even if they try to kiss his ass. Okay, if they try to flip and kiss his ass, betrayal is still betrayal, okay? So loyalty goes a long way in the Trump organization. There we go.
Thanks for having me, Maria. It's always
Tell us about your endorsement. Thank you. Tell us about your endorsement of President Trump. Why?
Well, I think any objective person recognizes that during the Trump administration and the pre-COVID days, we had a booming economy. We had a secure border. We had energy independence. We had record low unemployment. We had hope for the future. We had respect in the world. And those are good reasons, but there's an even more important reason. On September the 17th, 1787,
there we go.
Benjamin Franklin came out of that last.
It's maybe the commercials are over already.
So what do we have here?
There we go. So we already caught up to that part. So if I missed the beginning.
Try Circle, your water, your way. Now with even more flavors. Available at Walmart or drinkcircle.com.
Yeah, I mean, I'm predicting that Dr. Ben Carson is probably going to be Donald Trump's running mate for 2024. So, and if I'm wrong, then I'll just admit, okay, I was wrong. But Trump's going to win, most likely, unless there's any shenanigans by Biden. The notoriously corrupt Biden and the Democrats.
Summer weather is extreme. Strong windows are critical for your safety and comfort. We install superior windows with our lifetime guarantee. This is real factory direct. Middlemen, no surprises. Save 35% off all windows and doors. In the last 25 years, Texas lost over 2 million acres of agricultural land.
Hey.
Family farms, our economy, and our food supply. I wrote Proposition 1, the Right to Farm Initiative, to defend family farmers and ranchers from overregulation, to protect our economy, and to ensure that all of us have access to safe and affordable food in the future. So on November 7th, please head to the polls and vote for Proposition 1. Texas is counting on you.
Hey, sir, can you help me out here? I need to burn this money. Wow, really? Because not going to Aldi first when you shop is like burning money. They've got better quality stuff for way less. Unless you like burning money. No, I wouldn't want to burn that money. Let's go to Aldi. So what about the fire? Whoa, these prices are bananas. I know, right? These babies, organic. But the important thing is you shopped at Aldi first and didn't actually burn any money. He was pulling out bananas. Saving big by shopping Aldi. It's an Aldi thing.
Summer weather is extreme, and strong windows are critical for your safety and comfort. Our summer windows are custom built specifically to take on summer weather. Me, do South proud. Save 35% off all windows and doors.
Welcome back. I am back with Dr. Ben Carson. And
There we
Dr.
go.
Carson, as you know, President Trump is in this New York case this week, and he will likely testify. There's a complaint calling for Trump's New York trial judge's clerk to be disbarred for political donations. I'm wondering, for making political donations, according to Breitbart, what is your take on that?
Well, my take is that they're clearly doing everything they can to disenfranchise President Trump because they're afraid of him. And there's nothing that they will not consider doing. But the people are smart enough to recognize what's going on. The reason that he continues to do well in the polls is they know that having an open southern border is an invitation for terrorism and that we're going to suffer the consequences of that.
Right.
They know that continuing to pile debt is going to jeopardize our position as the reserve currency. And when the Chinese gain control of that, they're going to finish the destruction of this nation. But they also know that we have a history, a strong history of courage.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take right now to save our country. People are going to have to be willing to stand up for what they believe.
Some are. Dr. Carson, look at the New York Times this morning. It's saying that Trump is leading Biden in 5 of the critical swing states. He's beating Joe Biden. What are your thoughts on the African-American community today and its support for Donald Trump?
Well, I see a lot more of it starting to occur. There was a time, a few years ago when I would go to conservative gatherings, and I would only be the only black face there. Now there are lots of black faces, particularly black males, who have looked at some of the things that were done during the previous administration and recognized that those things were beneficial to them, to their communities. So people are starting to think for themselves, and that's what the left doesn't like. They don't like black people to think for themselves.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ben Carson. Good to see you, sir. That'll do it for us. I'll see you tomorrow on Fox Business. Have a good
Dun, da, da. All right.
Craving next level hydration?
Oh.
Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Cream. A vital boost of 9 times more hydration to boost your skin's barrier. For cleansed, dewy skin
Dun,
that's
da,
full
da.
of life.
Well,
Neutrogena Hydro.
that's pretty good news. I mean, Honey Bear. Hello? Did you have a good nap? Hooray. Dun, dun. A beautiful baby. Oh yeah, I put the big pants on. Wah, wah. It's got to be. People have to get out and vote, so that's the final step. So retiring Joe Biden as a failed one-term president. That's how we do it.